I coached him right up till he was champion apprentice. His riding was not very good. He learnt very quickly, and I still coach him every morning.
In answer to the question, what's your ambition, what do you want to achieve in racing, he just looked Richard straight in the eye and said, I'm going to ride more classic winners than my father.
I didn't really know what he achieved coming into racing.
Kingman made a thunder dives and I think won the Guineas.
Before I knew what he achieved, I didn't really understand it all. So until now, obviously, I know what he's achieved. I've got high expectations of myself, and I feel like I've held my own. I'm not really following in his footsteps anymore.
And Oxted has given Cieren Fallon his first win at the Royal Meeting.
Cieren actually joined us initially on a foundation course, so he was here for 14 weeks. He always had a bit about him, there's a bit of spark there. He really does prove you don't have to be a rider necessarily to come into the sport and get on and succeed. I think he was 3 years between leaving here and being champion apprentice, so yeah, he proves it can be done.
I went to the racing school because I had no experience with horses. My father decided that it'd be the best thing for me. You know, they teach you everything you need to know from on the ground to on top of the horses. So I thought that was the best thing for me to get into racing. They've influenced me in every way possible.
We run foundation courses for 16 to 24-year-olds, take young people from across the country, around the world in fact, and train them here on a residential course and then place them with a trainer for their first job in racing. It's not just about the riding. The riding's obviously central and really important, but we're about developing the whole person and really setting them up to have a successful career in racing. And I know Cieren's benefited hugely from the advice and guidance of Michael Hills, who's the jockey coach who works most closely with Cieren.
First met Cieren when he was 16. We started to ride work together, and I basically coached him from 16 onwards. We'd come up to the racing school and practice. Say Cieren's got a ride at Ascot, well, I just put a film on the TV there of Royal Ascot, any trip, and we just go through it together.
Right of thunder drifting over Australia and Kingman. They are wide across the course. Kingman made a thunder dives and I think won the Guineas.
Not knowing what he achieved, I didn't really feel anything and no pressure. Obviously now I understand what he's achieved, but I think of my own goals. I've got high expectations of myself and I feel like I've held my own. I'm not really following in his footsteps anymore. My highlight of my career would be being crowned champion apprentice at Kipco British Champions Day Series, and obviously Royal Ascot the King's Stand on Oxted.
But inside the final furlong, Nobel is stretching right away and is 2 from 2.
Sheikh Fahd has been a big influence on my career. He supported me just as I lost my claim. Obviously putting me as second jockey to Oisin Murphy. He's a big influence on bringing the young generation into racing. Yeah, I think Kipco British Champions Day is incredible to get people involved in racing. It's the best racing of the year as well.